Hello, my name is Alex Gonzalez. I am the Technology Coordinator at Health Sciences High and Middle College in San Diego, California, and we serve grades 6 through 12. At our school, we integrate blended learning and supporting technologies. I'm here to share with you a bit about our work with tablets. We all know how great tablets are. They are of a manageable and portable size. They have great screens capable of accepting finger swipes, taps, pokes, and an incredible resolution that brings content to life right before your eyes. They are cheaper than most laptops and have plenty of apps to complement any task. One could say tablets are awesome. We know this, our students know this. Just ask any of our sixth graders. They love walking into their English classroom and seeing a tablet cart parked right in the room. They might even say, "It's going to be a good day today." You could even ask one of our 11th graders, although don't be surprised if they don't respond right away, as they may be quite engaged in their favorite ebook or activity in the little corner they've nestled themselves into on Mrs. Thayer's couch in her 11th grade English classroom. Yet, before we put tablets in the hands of our students, we put them in the hands of our teachers. We knew the hype that came along with tablets and needed to believe it. The only way we know how to see if something works is by putting it under our teaching magnifying glass and combing through as we compare, contrast, and align its functions with our instructional practices. A few years ago, we purchased iPads for each one of our teachers and said, "This is yours. Play with it. Use it, and then we'll learn together." This message was important and carried weight in what would lead to the purchase and integration of tablet carts into some of our classrooms. This is yours. We gave them ownership of the device, something that became a personal item. Tablets have a way of making the learning and interaction experiences personal. Play with it. Many of us learn by playing with something, tinkering, and figuring out how it works. Use it. This was a motivation to see how and what they could do with it in their own classroom environments. Then we'll learn together. We could build a community of learners from these experiences and learn together. What immediately followed was a response of incredible joy. Soon, however, we were all discussing the uses of these devices. Did you know you could do this? Do you know you could do that? I wonder if I can do this. The inquiry that came about soon inspired our teachers to use their iPads in ways that extended and complemented their teaching strategies. They began to move about the room while modeling. Discussions about what the best note-taking and annotating app sparked throughout our meetings. And soon, we were hearing, "I wish I could have my students do this as well." Giving our teachers iPads was the first step towards empowering them with technology that inspired their teaching imagination and motivated them to try new strategies. Once we caught some momentum, we began to develop tablet teaching strategies that complemented our instructional model, the gradual release of responsibility model. We aligned our uses of iPads in the classroom with learning purposes and modeled for students' proper uses. We developed activities and tasks from which students could benefit in using a tablet and understand that the tablet was simply a tool and get past the novelty. Our students became productive users of technology, as their teachers modeled for them how to interact, produce, and show understanding of learning throughout the use of tablets. It is these experiences and observations that prompted us to write Teaching with Tablets: How Do I Integrate Tablets with Effective Instruction? In this book, we detail the benefits and challenges in using tablets, the apps and tools used to facilitate their use in the classroom, and more importantly, we share how to align their use with effective teaching strategies. At our school, our teachers use tablets as an instructional tool, as well as a learning device for students. In our math department, our teachers use NoteShelf to project lecture and activity notes in class. They also archive and share these notes in PDF format for students to access through their LMS, which can be accessed through the iPads. In English, our teachers use interactive whiteboard applications such as Show Me or EduCreations to model new vocabulary words. Students can review these video notes at any time and develop their own through the use of the same apps on their iPads. What tablets have done is allowed us to level the playing field amongst our teachers and students. The level of access is incredible, where both teacher and student have learned to use technologies in the context of learning. I would like to share with you now a video interview we did with our students about their experiences in using tablets in the classroom. I invite you to listen firsthand from those we aspire to make a difference in.
I'm Ava.
I'm Caleb.
And I'm Maria.
I'm Stephanie.
I'm Wally.
I'm Stephanie.
My name is Decca.
My name is Sabrine.
And my name's Angelo.
At school, we use iPads for a lot of things. One of them is Empower 3000. It's a website where we go and read articles and answer questions about the articles, and it really helps with our reading comprehension.
We also use it for Haiku, which is a website where it's like all the teachers' resources. It has the lesson, it has homework, it has everything you really need to know. We do assignments on there, we do so much, it's just really helpful. When teachers aren't there, like for example my biology teacher, Miss Elliott, when she's not there, she can leave a video on there, and then instead of someone having to come in and teach us, our lesson is on there. And we can just watch it and we know exactly what to do, so it's a really helpful resource. So yeah.
We also use it for like medical terminology, our Health Center 21, WOW words, and like WOW tests to study.
I use iPads at school to check my Power School, which is our online grading system here at our school. So to constantly check my grades, see if I'm missing any assignments, things of that nature. And I also use it for Empower.
We use the iPads in order to study for our WOW test. We usually go on Quizlet, and there's spelling games on it. It's just really fun to use iPads.
From Dr. Johnson, she'll put up WOW words, which are basically 5 vocabulary words that we get a week and we study for them. And we put our WOW tests on Haiku. And Haiku is just a really innovative way to go study for things, check up on our homework, look at the lessons we've learned, because our teachers update them and put the lessons we've learned in class onto the website too.
My physics teacher, Miss Ackerman, she posts videos on our Haiku page, and they're videos that are tied in with the lesson of that day. So she'll do the run through of the lesson, we'll do practice problems, and then she'll give us like the iPad and we'll check the videos, and it really ties in well together and really helps me understand what I learned that day.
The iPads are really fast. It's a lot easier to use than the computers. When you go to the computers, you have to turn them on, wait for them to load, open up internet. With the iPads, you just unlock it and go to Safari and it's there. Yeah.
I think they're really good because we can have them like right in front of us, whereas like in the computer, you know, we're limited, like it's in front of you and stuff like that. But with the iPad, you know, you can take it, for example, if you have a question and you have to ask the teacher, instead of having to like summon the teacher to you, you can go and take the iPad to the teacher. And also with the iPads, you can zoom in and zoom out, and it's really like if you work better one way, you know, you can modify it to your abilities.
It's like a personal item, you can always have it with you, and it's just really helpful instead of having a computer where there's like others around you. Say someone, you know, someone always has a problem, they're always tapping or something, so that can distract you. With your iPad, you go where you want and you do what you need to do.
I personally like iPads better. They're because you can hold them in your lap like this, and they're more interactive, and it makes me feel more comfortable rather than having to sit at a computer or having to type.
Yeah.
If we have any free time, we could read a book or be allowed to play games or something of that sort.
Like having ebooks instead of having a library or things of that nature, just have them in an iPad.
Yeah, like if we have like a class reading book, we can put it like in iBooks, so like every single student have an iPad to read.
Like typing our essays, because we use the iPads for social media anyway, so we're pretty strong typers on it. So we typed our essays, maybe it'd be faster or easier for some of us to do them on the iPads. Great.
I think that using smartphones is a good thing, especially if like the teachers have a good relationship with the students where they can they trust them to be responsible with the phones. I think like as long as the students know what they're supposed to be doing, that it's perfectly fine.
It's always nice to have your own thing that you can work on.
I like the use of technology because you get good practice for college and you don't have to take out your phone during class because you're like, I'm already used to this, I've done this in high school, I don't have to actually play with my phone because I'm already over that. This is class time and I've already practiced that in high school.
We need to learn how to take responsibility for for a smartphone or an iPad. It's easier. We have smartphones in our pockets to Google things and use it appropriately, I can say.
We can constantly research things. It's a 24/7 learning.
I think by like using technology like now in class, it'll help us like prepare for the future, because like in college we're gonna be using computers, iPads, like everything to be typing up essays, and like even after college, like when you go to a job, most of them like require you to like have like computer knowledge. So I think it's easier for us if we start like at a younger age.
I think schools should let their kids have like use iPads, because nowadays jobs have a lot of technology in them and kids should have an experience with it. Yes, I think so.
I think schools should let kids be open to more technology, because it's easier than carrying a bunch of books around in your backpack. And if technology is involved, kids want to learn.
Thank you for listening and for allowing me to share with you some of our experiences and the work that we're doing with tablets at our school in San Diego. Once again, here is my contact information. Feel free to contact me through Twitter or through email, and I believe now we'll open the floor for questions.